guys, it's Last Mohican and
Luxbu
and
DigitalDrew92.
Woo! And we are all here together for another Let's interview. Now, me and Luxbu have the greatest of honors of interviewing DigitalDrew92. This guy, if you want to ever have just a meaningful conversation, a great interview about a game, a meaningful conversation about any video game, no matter how indie or how mainstream it is, this is the guy you want to talk to. Digital Drew just totally takes it away in terms of providing analysis not only on a game level, but on a personal level. Ryan, do you want to take it away?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it. All right. Wasn't expecting that, but yeah.
You lifted your finger up, and I thought I was like, all right, that's his turn.
Well, on my Skype, like I'm pointing at him as you talk so greatly. I was like, does it look like that?
Oh,
to you guys?
no, I thought you were just being like, it's my
let
point.
me interject.
It's my point. Yeah.
Let me interject.
Come on. What do you got? What do you got, young blood?
Totally short selling. He's the greatest man of all time. Andrew Wright, if I might say so myself. DigitalDrew92. We handpicked him because he is one of our loyal followers, and we handpicked him because we really like this guy. And as we were kind of discussing a little while ago, Sir Bill over here almost had a heart attack when he stopped producing his great videos. So we're glad he's still alive and he's still with us. And we're both excited. Gamut's here, excited, ready.
Check that pulse. Check that pulse. He's still among the living.
Okay, we're good. All right.
No, thanks guys. Like, high praise from you two. Like, I was just like, I'm okay. I have some followers, but I've got most of my people and whatnot from just, I like these guys. I'm just gonna talk to them on all of their videos, kind of thing. And that's how I kind of started my, so that's how I, like, with you guys, I basically, like, this is really cool, how this happened, blah, 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 and that's how I got all these people who followed me, and then I died, and then I came back, and now we're here.
He's arisen again.
Yeah.
We felt like we weren't doing the right thing if you didn't comment on one of our videos.
That's damn true. That is so true.
If we didn't see a comment from you, it's like, maybe we're not doing something right now. Because we're always trying to ever evolve, and we love every time you comment on our channel and stuff. So we're really excited to have you here today.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. So I guess we'll kind of jump right into the questions. So the first question that I have for you, Digital Drew, is what is a game that you play a lot right now, that you tend to play a lot, or used to play a lot, that isn't as widely known, or that you kind of wish was more accepted by, mainstream gamers?
It would actually be the first game I ever beat on my own, which is sad because I'd been playing games for a long time, and it's Zone of the Enders. PS2 game. I've been playing games for years, but never beat them. First game I ever beat on my own, and I got the remastered edition for the PS3, and I just keep coming back to it. Not a lot of people play it or talk about it, but it's like close to my heart.
You're gonna have to explain that to me. I usually know, I have a fair amount of game logic, but I've never heard of Zone of the Enders. I'm thinking Ender's Game is my first.
I know, I've heard of it. It's made by Konami, the same people that made Dynasty Warriors, right?
Yeah, it's basically you're a kid, giant mechs everywhere, and you get into a mech, and you're not supposed to be there. People are coming after you, and it's just mech fighting, flying around, killing mechs, all this kind of stuff. It's super cool.
Awesome.
I sat down, played the crap out of it, beat it, and I was like, first game ever, achieved. Yes.
The Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Cool. So
here's gonna be a tougher question that I got lined up for you.
Okay.
What game is your guilty pleasure?
All right. It's not like it's not like a game I shouldn't be playing, like Hello Kitty Island Adventure or something like that. It's actually a game.
So I just quickly want to interject. You're not a brony or anything?
Hide that poster. No, not at all.
I thought I saw purple hair.
No, the game would be a game from when I was really, really young. I have it installed on my computer. It's Spy Fox Dry Cereal. I think it came in a cereal box or something like that. Yep. And it's just a weird, ridiculous game. But sometimes I just like to sit down and play through it again because it's just like, I remember when I was really young and I couldn't figure this out. It's actually just click this button. So it's a fun game to go back to, but it's kind of like the, no, I don't play that anymore. It's just there for like, there.
That is an amazing explanation. I mean, that's going to be anyone's guilty pleasure, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of like the old school like point and click adventure games. That like Putt.
Yeah.
Reading Roger Rabbit, man.
Reading Roger Rabbit. What's the
Math Blasters was good.
Math Blasters.
Oh, yes.
And then what was the there was the goldfish one. Freddy the Fish. Freddy the Fish. Yeah. Wow. Okay, yeah, we're going way old school on that.
Yeah.
That's
Spy Fox, Freddy, Putt, all put out by Humble something.
Which was the same people that actually put out Backyard Baseball, Backyard Soccer.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They just
No, that was Hasbro.
I'm pretty sure it was the same people, I thought.
I mean, they had a name change, yeah.
I mean, we could call the audible on that, but I'm pretty. Either way, that kind of that encompassed a great part of, I think, our childhood. So that is a great one right there.
That's a great answer, actually.
Love
it.
Ryan, what's your guilty pleasure game?
Oh man, why am I included on this interview?
I'm just curious. I just want to know what's yours.
This is where the My Little Pony comes in.
Yeah, he wanted some affirmation so he could be okay with being a brony.
All right, I'm a brony, damn it. No, my guilty pleasure is probably I play this app that I like. I'm a huge app guy because I have an iPad and I love to sit on my bed when I go to bed at night and I play. I don't want
to hear the rest of it. I don't want to hear this.
Right. We were gonna tag this 18 plus, but apparently not anymore. Fuck you, Andy.
Oh, that was great.
You see how clean that bed is?
+1 for DigitalDrew.
Do you think I do anything in that bed other than play games on my iPad? Yeah.
+1 for DigitalDrew right there. 10 points to Gryffindor. All right. So you do shit on your iPad late at night. So continue.
Why do you gotta say that? So you do shit late at night on your iPad. Yeah, I have this app called Slamming the Yoda. No, okay. Anyway, back to business. I love. There's this game that I played a lot, and I mean a lot. It was a new Pokemon app that came out, and it was literally the old Pokemon trading card game, but it was on the app, and I didn't even play against people. It's kind of like Hearthstone with Pokemon, but I've just played with yourself. Trainers. Fuck you, dude. How do I get roasted every
I love it. I absolutely love it.
No, that actually sounds really cool. That sounds cool.
I fucking bet, man. I fucking bet.
Oh, man, Drew. DigitalDrew just killing it right now.
I'm afraid to speak at this moment.
All right.
You got something to say about my beer, too?
No, it's fine.
Continue.
If you're a woman, that's fine.
We just keep it coming.
I do not believe what I'm hearing.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right.
What's your guilty pleasure, asshole?
Mine?
Yes, you.
Oh, God, it's...
What do you like to play late at night in your fucking messy bed?
It's gotta be Sims, man. Sims like is the game that I will always go back to, and that like is just totally. I feel like not even a part of like my target audience. Like they'd be like, oh, we definitely need to target to, middle 20-year-old men. They're like, no, that's not how it works for Sims. But I am a sucker for that game. I absolutely love Sims 3. I haven't gotten to Sims 4 yet, but that's definitely kind of my game that I will just sink in an insane amount of hours to. Like I will play for the entire weekend and then I will not touch for like 6 to 8 months. I just won't even think about playing that game again. But that is a game that I will just like hardcore play and then just be absolutely sick of it and then just come right back to it.
I mean, at least in that game, you can at least land a girl.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, lay off him.
Thank you. Thank you, DigitalDrew. Thank you. So,
I picked sides already, don't worry.
No, I mean,
Jesus.
you picked the winning side, let me tell you. You picked the winning side. So, all right, continue on the personal attacks here, but we'll just move on to the next question. So, DigitalDrew, well, how old is your YouTube channel? Like, when did you really start becoming a content creator?
Actually, I just marked it in my schedule of my phone yearly. My first anniversary of the channel is August 11th.
Nice.
So I've almost been a whole year.
We're pretty close then.
Yeah, just less than 2 more months, and I've been on for a year. So
that's awesome.
There have been some breaks in there, but I'm just like,
hey,
yeah,
everyone needs a break.
yeah, that's for sure. So, with closing in on that year anniversary, if you could go back and if you could revisit yourself when you started back on August 11th, what would you tell yourself from what you know now?
I would say 1, get a better microphone because you're awful. Learn a couple more skills with the audio. I think my video was good, like video wise, but audio quality was like, I find that's the biggest problem with starting out. Mm-hmm. And if you have a bad-ish video quality but fine audio, people will stick with you and it's fine. If you have bad audio but good video, people are like, no, I don't wanna.
Yeah, no.
So that would have been like the biggest thing. Oh, and then lighten up. I was just like, okay, hi everybody. Ha ha. Just let it go. Just be natural.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Be you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would have been my things to, and I'll just a little slap in the face too, like, don't drop off the face of the earth. Keep on with this shit.
No, that's
my things. Yeah.
You can't let Bill have a heart attack or other. I don't know how many heart attacks you caused by being absent, but
I don't know how many.
I saved a life.
I don't know how many scares I can take. Putting my hands in Luxbu's hands right now it's almost as scary as losing you, man. But no, I totally agree with like the audio thing. I think that's something that is so undervalued in terms of actual like YouTube content. Is I think when we think about YouTube, it's so visual, right? Like we're like, oh, we're watching a video, but with what we're doing, with what our quote unquote craft is that like it's really actually more about the audio. I think that's actually a super undervalued thing. Is audio is primary.
Yeah, I watch most of my videos actually on my walk to work. I'll just cue one up and I'll throw it in my pocket and just listen to it while I walk. Yeah. Because I find it's the voice and the narration, and usually sometimes it's not even, they're just talking about stuff that's not even in the video. So it's just nice to listen to. Mm-hmm. And if I find like, oh, I have this awesome computer, I have these awesome games, I have like Ryan, I have a shitty little microphone that I'm just wearing on my head. And that's what I started out with. But then I was just like, I've invested so much in my computer and stuff. Why not actually spend a handful of money on a microphone that's decent? Hear that? Just a little bit of money on a microphone that's decent.
I'm having trouble hearing you on my shitty fucking microphone, man. Can you repeat that?
Oh, man.
I was totally about to praise your thought, thinking that I wasn't the only one that did that. Thank God. But thank God there's one other asshole in this world that does the same thing I do.
Oh, Digital Drew, you're just coming in them. You're
Holy
just.
shit!
I love it. I love
Fire.
it. Woo! Yeah.
Fire.
Dude, something tells me that whenever we do this, like moving forward, I'm just gonna be the target. Every time I seem to just be the target.
You're gonna kind of be.
Get that. He sent me a message saying, "Hey, dude, just pick on Ryan the whole time," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I can handle that."
Oh, okay. I see that. I can see him doing that.
I mean, Ryan,
Being the asshole.
you're just kind of the punching bag. I'm sorry. You know.
It's okay. At least I can take it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. So.
Seriously, I'm gonna go cry in that clean ass bed.
Oh yeah, it's super clean ass bed.
Okay, so moving on, Andrew. We all have games that we've just kind of always wanted to play. Maybe we never made that, pulled that trigger on that game because it might be out of our price range, or we just don't know if we like it. But what's one game or maybe one series of games that you've always wanted to do or pull the trigger on, but never did?
That would have to be Destiny.
Destiny.
I've seen people playing, and I've seen people talking about it. One of my coworkers plays it. It's like, you have to play it, and I'm like, it seems cool. I don't know. Like, I was like, I've seen some footage. It looks like a cool game, but maybe I'll get it eventually, maybe. But that's the game that I'm hesitant to pull the trigger on. But I think I'd like to.
I agree with
Destiny.
That makes perfect sense.
I mean, I was a huge Halo player up until like Halo 3, and I loved Bungie, but after like Halo 3, I just kind of like didn't like what they were doing, and I kind of realized that they were more about just creating like massive multiplayer games and not really caring much about a storyline.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I heard all these bugs and stuff in the game, and I was just like, I'm not going to drop money on a full price game when it doesn't seem complete. So I see where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that makes. But it's so with Destiny, is it a price thing for you, or is it just like am I gonna have fun with this?
It's originally it was a price thing, and then it's kind of like it's just a lot of online play and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, let me just see, 0 friends, got it. So it was originally a price, and then I'm just like, who do I know that owns this? Nobody. Darn.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense to me. I got that. So, the next question is kind of, obviously, nowadays with gaming marketing kind of being as big as it is, what is a game that you see that gets just so much hype that you just have no idea as to why it is as anticipated as it really is?
Destiny.
Okay.
It's another game that, like, it was so hyped and people were telling me to play it, and I watched some stuff and I'm like, yeah, this looks interesting, but why are so many people into it so much? I'm like, I get it. It looks cool, but I'm like, I hear that the story wasn't like it wasn't complete, and like I was like, yeah, it's cool, but why is it like held on a silver platter by all these people? And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a go, but I don't know why it's so magnificent, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I mean, for me, and I think that this maybe is more applicable to what would be like the more like hardcore gamers, is I've never understood the hype between Dark Souls. Dark Souls is just a game that I've played the first one, I own the second one, and I've played it, I've died countless of times, and I still just don't understand why people like it. Like, I just like maybe.
Yeah, I bought both of them at a second-hand shop. Put the first one in, played for like 10 minutes, died like 15 times. I'm like, why do people like this?
Yeah,
all I'm doing is Death Simulator 2000 something. Like,
what you just said is exactly how it was with Assassin's Creed. I don't understand why Assassin's Creed is like so revered in the gaming community. I don't know if it is anymore, really, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed, and I mean, it seems like I honestly don't know why people want to play that game 4 times over and beat them in all 4 series. Like, I don't understand. When I first played it, the storyline didn't grasp me. The gameplay itself, the combat, everything just didn't really click. It just kind of seemed like it was pieced together It seemed like they were trying to put together a puzzle with different puzzle pieces from different boxes. Like they're just kind of like slapping shit together and say, "Yeah, we got a game here. Let's do it." I didn't like it. But
yeah, I see that. No, it's okay. Everybody cuts into his plan. Nobody cares.
We were talking about Assassin's Creed. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that, like, because I realized that with my headphones in, I wasn't sure if you guys were still being picked up, but you guys are. Because I just realized, like, fuck, if we just went through 25 minutes of recording and you can only hear me, that can't be a video.
Oh yeah, you doing?
I'd still watch that if it was 25 minutes of Ryan.
I'm so glad I'm drawing a picture right now. I cannot believe.
I can't even breathe right now.
What did I do to you?
Nothing. You're just such an easy target.
I know, it is, isn't it? It's just,
he just sets himself up.
It's like beginner mode in Call of Duty. Yeah, like you're just on recruit mode with Luxbu, with Ryan. you know, it's just like
you both can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like you know when you're choosing the options and it goes regular, or no, it goes recruit, regular, veteran, hardcore, and and the recruit is just like, oh, I've never played in a first person shooter before, and like like the little like Nazis or whatever just like run out and just like stand there and like stand aimlessly and then you just shoot them and they fall down. That's kind of like Luxbu
Your
over there.
Your explanation is taking for fucking ever, dude.
That's Luxbu over there. That is
the worst drawn turkey I have ever seen.
I hate gonna sit cross-legged, drink my chick beer, and fucking.
At least you can admit it. That's the first step.
So Luxbu, I know you were talking about something along the lines of how much you hated Assassin's Creed, which actually was very valid because the hype around it is just complete horse hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
fuck
see
you
that.
guys. You want me to finish my story now?
Yes, I do.
I'm kidding. All right, yeah. I mean, I didn't really even get into that deep into the game, and to my understanding, it was much like, I played Far Cry, which was also made by Ubisoft. Or was that
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. What is it? Unisoft, Ubisoft, whatever.
God, you call yourself a gamer.
Whatever, at least I kind of got close there. It was a fucking wraparound, and yeah, I mean, to my understanding, they make Ubisoft makes the same games, same kind of like linear games, and is in terms of a storyline and how your character progresses in a story. The difference between Assassin's Creed and Far Cry were pretty much parallel. So I played Far Cry. I actually really enjoyed that game, but in terms of Assassin's Creed, I could not get into that story. The gameplay, the voice acting, everything did not make sense to me. It just seemed the whole game was in disarray. It just didn't seem like they knew what they were doing when they made that game.
No, I agree with that. That's a good point. That's actually a very valid point with Assassin's Creed.
Holy shit! Are you agreeing with me?
Yes,
I'll send a gold star in the mail. Good job.
Yeah, look at you. You get a smiley sunny face with that.
There's actually a company that can send me glitter in the mail. I prefer that.
Oh yeah, I'll send some glitter to you. Don't worry.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. So this is probably gonna be a curveball for you, Digital Drew. So if you want to pass it, by all means. What is probably like your least favorite game of all time?
That's a tough one. I haven't played a lot of games per se. I play kind of the same vein kind of games over and over again, and maybe some indie games. So I haven't had a lot of exposure to games. But the worst game I have ever played, that's a tough one. It would have to be...
Or just a really bad game that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Most
recent, whatever.
This is tough. Well, my Hellboy series, I'm not gonna lie, that game is awful. I love Hellboy.
I do remember watching that.
The mechanics of that game are flawed.
Well, I mean, Do you think that's just because it's like a movie to game video game? Like it's just one of those where they're just like, all right, like it's a cash grab.
Ever games that are like movies to video games that are actually good. Yeah, but that game, I love it, but it's bad.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I mean, there are those exceptions though. I mean, there is I haven't played it personally myself, but I know many people love the first Spider-Man that came out in early to mid 2000s. Spider-Man 1 that came out to like PS2, Xbox, was actually a super good game from what I read, and then from what people talked about. So there are those exceptions, but yes, no, I totally agree that many of those games otherwise are just complete cash grabs for like the production companies.
Another game, it's a fantastic game, but I hate it. I'll probably just alienate like everyone, like all of your fans will hate me. WoW. I do not like, and it's not because it's because my brother played it for years, and he was always like in his room, and I never got to see him very much and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't because of it wasn't the game was bad, but it just kind of like alienated my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of don't like World of Warcraft.
It's a personal thing, though.
It's wrong beyond a personal level.
Okay, because I mean, you're talking to two former like hardcore WoW players right now. You know, me and Luxbu here were like quite into it for I don't know what, like at least 3 years. Ryan, would you say?
At least, man. I remember hacking your mage back in like 2008 or something.
Yeah, seriously. If you want to talk about like a true quote unquote sibling divide, it was when he flippin' jacked my mage and just said, "I'm selling it all for some shitty ass twink I made." That probably makes no sense to you if you've never played the game.
My brother talked about it all the time, so I know exactly what you're talking
about. What I just said right there to the general masses would literally make zero sense. Like, be like, what about a mage being sold for a twink? That makes no sense.
Like a Twinkie? Like the yellow ones that are like this big? Sounds like a fair trade in my book.
Yeah.
No, but my brother, like, it's such a cool game, though, because my brother he was in a guild and he met a dude from like Minnesota or something like that, and they still hang out even though they don't play anymore. And like once or twice a year he would come down to Toronto and they'd hang out, and I was like it brings a lot of people together. It's a pretty amazing game. I hate it.
Oh, I mean, no, if there was one thing that was still like kind of cool, it was the thing that always like made me come back but always made me like go away from it was, and Ryan, if you want to input it as well, was the community. Like there were some super cool people I met, but there was also some people that took the game just way too seriously. That I was always just like, never mind, I'm not about this.
I mean, I took the game like back in like Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King. I took the game very seriously to the point where I even made my own guild and stuff, and did raid leads. I haven't done it since that. And
wait, and this guy has a girlfriend? How?
Man, this was like 4 years ago.
Oh man, there's a whole nother story behind that.
Like 3 of them. Oh man.
So continue. You were really hardcore into it, right?
Yes, I was hardcore into it, and I spent a considerable amount of time trying to like craft the perfect guild and get this perfect raid, even with the real deal. You remember that?
Yep, I do.
The real deal. Even though I was made on a whim, I handpicked the perfect raiding party. Somehow 10-man Karazhan off essentially a pug, but
a pickup group for those who don't know what that means.
But my thought while you guys were talking was when you're talking about how awesome the community was and like how you could actually talk to a lot of people, it was so great because from vanilla, which was the very first World of Warcraft, to like maybe Wrath of the Lich King, it was pretty intense. Like, you actually had to know all the fights. You had to know all this stuff. Like, you couldn't just join a group and then get carried through and get all this gear. Like, you had to know what you were doing. You had to, like, progress yourself before you could progress with a group. And then after that, after that, they made it kind of easy in Cataclysm. And then Mists of Pandaria, when they released like the whole raid finder, and they had all the the group finder and all that, so you could do all these heroics and stuff, where it just got really easy to get all this gear. Like nobody cared about anybody anymore because it was, like at one point you had to like actually provide, yourself to a guild and say, hey guys, I'm actually worthy being here right now. Out of 25 people, if you're doing a 10 to 25 man party, I provide value to the guild. And that was back in like Burning Crusade. Now it's like I'll join a guild just because, but like it doesn't really matter. I can join a raid, do a raid finder and get all the epic gear that I want just by joining a raid. And that's what really killed it for me. I was a huge WoW player. And yes, I have a fucking girlfriend, dick.
So I think we're all kind of in accordance that WoW had its benefits, but it certainly had its drawbacks. And I mean,
I think basically my main argument is I think the direction just ruined the game for me. The direction.
I agree, but I think Drew also brought up a very good point though about how it can totally suck people in and bring out the worst in people sometimes, or just nothing at all.
It can make people very selfish. Yeah.
One of my brother's friends, he was kicked from a raid or something like that, and he got so mad he punched his brand new computer screen, his brand new laptop screen, broke it like day 3.
Wow.
And then he was just like, whoops, I'm pretty too much into this game.
That's intense.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. But that's kind of what shows you is like how ingrained some people were with that game. Like that game, like WoW was life. Like WoW ball, like how people joke like ball is life. Like WoW was life. For a lot of people. Like there was I know plenty of people who quit their 9-to-5 jobs to get an easier job so they could being like a barista at Starbucks so they could do WoW more. So
do WoW.
Like that's literally what it was. Like it was a verb. Like you did WoW. Like you were WoW.
Inject some WoW into me.
That's actually how it was. For some people, it was truly addicting. It was a true drug. And I mean, I think, Ryan, you could probably also say that like until a couple months ago when we tried it again, like it was something that kind of like called to us. It was like The Ring. It spoke to us.
The guilty pleasure. Yeah. It's been my guilty pleasure. I know it's been your guilty pleasure. Like I know we've both been like it's calling our name right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like after that last time we played for Mists of Pandaria, like I'm good.
Well, it wasn't Mists of Pandaria. It was Warlords of Draenor. That's what we played.
I can't even keep up anymore.
Yeah.
I played it for like a month and a half, maybe.
Yeah. So obviously, Digital Drew, thank you so much for coming out and talking to us. We greatly appreciate hearing what you have to say. This is an interview.
Except for your hateful comments.
I loved them. I absolutely love those comments. You keep them coming. You can just come to our YouTube channel and talk smack to Luxbu, and I will be totally okay with that.
Oh, I plan to. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
But if you want to do it to Billy too, I mean, I don't really have anything to offer for you, but
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything like that. That's crazy talk. But anyways, as I was saying, we're so glad to have you on here. I think you are a great asset to the small channel YouTube community. I think you do a lot of great for those that you really like, and I think that we owe a lot to you. And so thank you for cutting out even what is it, like probably about like 30-40 minutes time right now to talk to us. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem. It's
I know you.
I'll let him talk. Go.
I was just gonna say, I appreciate you fitting us into your fucking busy schedule. Thank you. Because I know you work.
I really appreciate you guys like taking the time out to do this and stuff like. the last interview you guys did was amazing. It was another one that I listened to on my walk, and I probably look like a crazy person, just headphones in and just busted a gut laughing while walking down the street. But no, I really appreciate like you guys talking to me and all this kind of stuff. It's really, really great.
No,
You know, I know you've been giving me shit this whole time, and I've been taking it. But you know, I'm glad you have. It's been fun. I've had a great time, honestly, and I'm glad you've actually. I was kind of actually down when you said that you have to go into work and you might not be able to make it, but I'm glad you were actually able to.
No, yeah, I'm glad we pulled this off and whatnot. I just wanted to quickly, if I could, do a little shout out type thing to
Absolutely.
the new Twitter hashtag support small channels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's growing more in movement, and it's really for supporting small channels. Anything under like I think it was like 10,000 or something like that, or 10,000 I think it was. The Seventh Sword YouTuber created it, and it's really good for bringing people together. And I just wanted to do a shout out and let people know that hashtag support small channels is there to help and grow channels even bigger.
No, it is actually a super great resource, and I think that in terms of, you know, it's a community effort to bring all of our small channels up to what we're really looking for, which is always just a wider audience. So I applaud that. I applaud the effort of that YouTube hashtag.
I applaud that hashtag too, because I mean this is what it's about. It's about bringing. We all love the same games, and we want to get together and discuss all the same games, or if not, just at least we're all passionate about video games and we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
no, I hate video games. I hate them. I'm just in this for the money.
Screw that. Yeah.
I made like 7 cents.
No, I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Okay, guys. So, as always, this is Last Rohican, and you, Ryan.
Luxbu.
Luxbu.
Oh, that's Luxbu. Billy.
And I'm DigitalDrew92 on occasion.
On occasion. And I think all of us want to thank you for watching our video. Thank you for watching the interview. Digital Drew's YouTube channel will be in the description below, and I will probably also talk to something about the support new channels Twitter hashtag. This is something that everyone should support because it's just a great idea in general. But as always, guys, happy gaming, gamers. 3.
Keep it real.
Keeping it real.